Hi everybody, Ivana Intuitive here for our Wednesday reading. I'm changing the format up a little bit, not too much. Basically what I am doing is Mondays is the 3-card pick a card, that's a short. Tuesday is I channel Supergirl, that's a short. Wednesday now I'm doing this like a predictions reading. Thursday I'm doing an energy reading, which I was doing for a while. And then Friday I will do the weekend reading. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will all be have a pick a card component to them. So to get started today, which is Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. I can't believe it's the end of January. But to get this reading started today, I am using the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot cards. As a clarifier deck, I'm using the Golden Insights Oracle. As I've said, this deck is like crazy, crazy accurate. And for the 3-card pick, I'm going to use this Coffee Cup Oracle deck by Amira Colin. So that's going to be the 3-card pick deck. We're going to get started. If you have any questions you ever want me to read on, please post them below. I'd be happy to do that. These are just like current events, things that I've, things I have questions on, things I've noticed about, noticed on the internet and things like that. The first question, before we get started, for entertainment purposes only, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help the algorithms. And know that, like I say, I'm adding just one. Like I say, I was doing for a while the energy readings, and I switched those out for predictions, but now I've decided to do one day for predictions and one day for energy readings. So really nothing changed. I just added a day here. So so the first question that I'm going to answer, and this is, of course, we all have the election on our mind. There's not a doubt. And if you live in the United States, we have this November election on our mind. But the question that I really want to get the energy around is, once we have this election, will this give us time now to catch our breath, get back on our feet, and move forward? So after this November election, and I'm referring specifically to the presidential election, once we get through that, will we actually, as a country, and and even beyond our country, because I know when we sniffle, other countries sneeze, will we be able to get just kind of like settle into a routine and just get an energy read on that? Even though this is a prediction show, let's get an energy read on it. So I'm going to do a couple more shuffles here, pull some cards, and let me also, I'm going to pull a clarifying card. These are some interesting cards that I just got, so let's see what we got here. Don't want to. Interesting. First card I get is this Page of Swords card. This is, this is kind of, to me, the energy around the election. We're moving forward. We're cutting through, cutting through things. It's very mind, our mind. The swords represent our thoughts and our strategies moving forward. So we kind of start out with this Page of Swords card, cutting through things and doing it really from a youthful vantage point, in the sense of maybe not having as much wisdom as we should have, but still nonetheless, this to me is the energy just coming off of that election. I then get the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, moving forward. We're now moving forward on solid footing. You know what? She's moving forward. She knows what direction she's going. She's very intellectual. She's using her mind to move forward, the strategies. I think we're all going to take a step back and say, this is how we're going to move forward. We're getting off on the right foot. And then I got this, if you can believe it, an Ace of Swords card. So this being the beginning, okay, kind of like the sources coming in. I always get, whenever I get these Ace cards and we have like this hand coming out of the heavens, it always reminds me of really, coming down like sources, really like a universal type truth, where we are really now moving forward. Look at this beautiful crown and, the greenery here, really signifying growth, putting our best foot forward. Like I say, with these 3 cards, we have these three swords, putting our best foot forward, and really a new beginning. Still having some idea of this 4 of Pentacles, holding on to our resources, holding on to our ideas, holding on to our money, holding on to our resources, our time, our energy, not being real forthcoming with it, because we're all now taking some time to step back. But this beautiful balance coming, this Temperance card, this is our enlightenment here. This is, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground, having this beautiful balance and also turning lead, like turning water into wine, turning lead into gold, having this beautiful alchemy. I'm almost getting the feeling like as we move forward and we are thinking, we're strategizing, we're moving forward, um, and moving forward on like the right foot, right? Moving forward on the right foot, but doing so in a very conservative fashion, in a fashion that really, I'm hearing that can actually help a lot of people. For a clarifying card, it's interesting because I got snowflake. It will be December, November and December. We'll be heading into winter here in the United States. And it says uniqueness, fragility, sensitive, winter season, short-lived or fleeting. So what I'm getting from this mostly is this uniqueness, this fragility. We're sensitive and we're heading into winter season, taking our time, still stepping back, still holding tight to our resources and where we want, kind of where we really want to be. But I actually think it's going to be really a nice time to step back, reassess things, take another look at things and get ready now. Really get ready to move forward as a country and bringing in that beautiful balance. So I hope that's exactly what happens. I think I think we're all ready for it. And yeah, there you go. So let's see. The second question I have, I know nothing about Canada, but I'm wondering about, the question that I have here is, the question is there corruption in the Canadian courts? I mean, I think, you can probably find some corruption just about anywhere, but let's see what I get as far as, this corruption question. Corruption in the Canadian courts. So now we're moving definitely out of the United States. Let's see. I don't really have any idea. This is totally a cold read. Let's see what cards I get on that. Corruption in the Canadian court. I just had a whole chunk of cards fall out, so no, we're not going to keep those. Corruption in Canadian court. Oh, interesting. Yeah, really, really quite. I'll read all these cards. It's very interesting. And I'll just read them in the order that I get them because I think they're gonna kind of tell an interesting story. So here we go. Okay, first card I get here is this Queen of Cups. This is like, things moving along. She's looking in her cup. She's picking up her intuition. This is kind of, again, just moving along, doing your thing. Very nice emotional stability. Things are just moving along. Let's put it that way. Things are just flowing. I then get this Queen of Wands card. So we have a lot of, I don't know if there's any females or anything that are part of this, part of this question, but we have this Queen of Wands. Again, very insightful, understands her intuition. The cat represents her intuition. Sunflowers, the sunshine, moving forward. Her, two very smart ladies here. Almost getting like, although I didn't get the Justice card, I'm almost thinking that it might be two ladies who, or two, two women. It might be some women in there who are actually going to start, who are actually very solid women, who are actually going to start moving forward and looking into this. Ace of Cups, this new beginning, a new look at things, a fresh eye is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that we're getting a fresh look at things. And this Page of Pentacles, this is also, beginning something, beginning perhaps some type of investigation. Very new at it though, okay? Like it's just starting. People are just starting to look into it. Something is really coming to light. And here we are with this, now in this Six of Pentacles card is interesting because we have this scales, this balance, almost like the court system is helping like residents, like they're helping to, the court system is kind of helping, bring in justice, okay, to people, to everyone. So here's like the court system, here's everybody, who's in court. And so I think it's really the court system itself is much represented with this card. I'm getting this Ten of Cups card. I think that people are ready. I'm hearing like this is really, emotional stability, happiness, but I'm actually getting ready. I'm actually getting the feeling rather that people are ready for this to get looked at, that this card is actually saying we're going to take a look up here. And although it all looks very beautiful, we are going to take a look as to what is in those cups. And the reason I say that is because I get this Tower card, and that the bottom does fall out of things, that that these cups start to fall, okay? And the last card that I got here is this Hierophant card. And this represents government, represents the justice system. And this is kind of telling me that, yes, having all this female energy, this is all leadership energy. This is a leadership type card. And this is also representing government, that there is going to be some type of investigation, which I think is going to uncover some stuff. The clarifying card that I got is Fangs. And it says energy sucking, emotionally draining, shadow self, negative people, environment. I think as this tower falls, as this bottom falls out of things, you're definitely going to see the people that come forward, and they're like just a negative people, a negative environment. But knowing, okay, I want to go back here, knowing that there's this creative beginning and there's like going to be a cleanup. And I just heard in my head, these cups are going to get cleaned up. Whatever's hiding in these cups is going to get cleaned up. So I think people will be held accountable. I think it will take probably longer than anybody. Time is such a relative thing. Will it happen soon? Well, soon is a relative, word. Soon for me would be in 2 or 3 days. Soon for the government would probably be 2 or 3 years. So will things get cleaned up? They may not get cleaned up as much as people may like, but they will definitely get some level of cleanup there. Oh, this is a question I was talking about too with somebody recently. And this is like our food in the United States. And I could be wrong, but like there's certain like high level amounts of lead in like some cocoa products and things like that. And it was like, why is this stuff not cleaned up? Why, what is it going to take? Okay. When, I guess it's more a timing card, but will and when will our food supply be cleaned up? Because even though I understand that there's a lot of stuff going on, like with processing and processed foods and things like that, is there some reason why we can't seem to really clean up our food system, that like the food industry clean things up, even if there have to be laws provided, or even if not, why they just aren't doing it on their own. Like I know that there are certain things that we eat in America that really are banned in European countries. So those companies are selling the same product in these other countries, but they're not using the same chemicals. So let's see, basically really looking at the United States, I'm going to keep those cards. When will we see this food industry hopefully clean up our food supply a bit? Okay, very interesting. First cards I got, these popped out while I was shuffling. The first card I got is this 5 of Wands card. This card is like, it's training or it's bickering. Nobody's really hurting anybody. This kind of tells me that this is what like the foods are kind of doing. Like they kind of beat on us, but it takes a while like for us to really have any any negative ill effects from them. Also, this kind of represents to me the food industry itself. They're kind of like not doing really what they should do. They're busy bickering, they're busy ignoring, they're busy just kind of like, not really doing what they should always be doing. This 5 of Cups card, this grief card comes up. I think that there's many things that need to be cleaned up in our food supply. Much of our food supply, I think, is good, okay, but we do need to take a look. This is like grief, and death and sadness. I think it does cause that, and I understand people have free will to choose whatever they want to eat, and I totally agree with that. But, I think there can be some level of cleanup and some level of, just kind of regulating maybe a little bit better what our food supply is. The moon card showing, things are like undercover in the moonlight. You can't see as well as you can in the sunlight. So I think there are some things behind the scenes definitely going on as far as even with profits and with maybe some deals on, I'll buy this from you, whatever, put it in the food, whatever. I mean, I think there's just this whole industry going on where we where there's just a lot of things that we just don't see, right? And probably in some ways that's probably good, but when things are like in the darkness, then they don't get cleaned up. They continue to fester. This reminds me of when I first got my first apartment, my grandmother wrote me a letter, and that's when we wrote letters and mailed letters to each other. That's how old I am. Let's not think about that part. But anyway, what she said was, if you don't want to have bugs, okay, in your apartment or your house, she said you have to get rid of dirt, dampness, and darkness, and you won't have bugs. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so true. If your house is clean, if it's not dirty, if you have sunlight and it's not, dark, and it's nice and dry, it's not damp, you won't have any bugs. So you see, we have the darkness, we have the dampness. I don't know, I'm not saying that this is really dirty, but you're kind of walking out into the dirt. So when you have this, things are like slimy under, on the underbelly of things. And there's information certainly that we don't know, and we probably never will know, but things for them to clean up. I then get, again, this Four of Pentacles card, holding tight to your resources. I think they are. They don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to change anything. And I do know that people want to pay certain prices for things, especially with all this inflation, but they're not really wanting to change. They're like, hey, these are industry standards here, and until any laws are passed, we're not going to change. So here we are, holding tight to our money, holding tight to our time, holding tight to our energy. So I believe that that's really what's going on. I also have, I'm going to shuffle very quickly. I forgot to pull a clarifier card. So let me pull a quick clarifier card. So anyway, so we're moving along with that. And then we get this Ace of Cups. And this is where I actually see things changing. This is where our cup runneth over. And it's funny because the bottom of the deck card is this Knight of Cups card. I actually do see change coming, okay? I'm hearing 5 years. Okay, that's a long time. I understand that. But again, time is relative. 5 years for the food industry to change, 5 years for me, two different things. But here we have this spiritual cup runneth over. It's almost like something happens within the next year or two that really have people looking at this. And I think there is a big change with a lot of people going to, becoming vegetarian and vegan and organic. So I think this change just keeps happening, and I just heard, and these changes are trickling down. Okay, they're not going to be fast, but they're trickling down. And here we go with this Knight of Cups. This change is coming in. This is a full cup, but it's a steady pace. It's not a fast pace. It's not even with it being a steady pace, it's not a fast pace, but things are moving forward. And I just saw these wings that stuck out to me, and almost like, I don't know what the wings and the wings on the bird, almost like this is going to really be something that is inspired by Source, by our universe, by all of us collectively getting together and saying, yeah, we're not going to accept this anymore. Some of these things have to be changed. And I just heard too that some CEOs of these companies may start to implement more of these changes. I think a lot of things are changing, but really, as these articles come out and these investigations happen with our media and that, actually changing a lot of things on their own. The clarifying card that I got is steering. And it says wanting control in the driver's seat, road trip, and changing direction. I'm getting both of us. As far as being a consumer of these foods, I want to be in control. I want to buy what I want. I want to go the direction I want. The CEOs are saying the same thing, and the industry is saying the same thing. We drive this. We drive the food. But you know what? They want control. They're starting to not lose control. I don't want to say that, but they're definitely moving in the right direction and changing direction. Why? Because they know, it's the right thing to do, but we know that's not the biggest concern, don't we? But it's also that the profits will be there as they move forward. Okay, so I'm going to answer, let's see. Oh, and then here's the other question I wanted to ask. This is a good one. Okay. There's the Alaska Triangle, and I could be totally wrong, but I think that Cokie Roberts was I thought she was a correspondent for ABC News, and I could be wrong about that because I didn't double check it, but the Alaska Triangle, people, I guess, disappear in this Alaska Triangle. And are they disappearing due to weather, UFO, abductions, or something more sinister? So let's see what's going on with this you know, with this Alaska triangle. And the reason I bring up Cokie Roberts is her dad, I believe, disappeared there. He was like a representative, United States House of Representative member. He went up there. I believe he disappeared like in the 50s or the 60s. He was in a plane and he disappeared. So let me tune in here to this Alaska triangle and see, you know, what's going on with that. Let's see if we get any answers. Alaska triangle. Okay, here we go. First card that I get, we get the Ace of Cups again. This is like telling me that it's something that is beyond this world. I'm just going to say that. I want to say it's spiritual. I want to say it's beyond this world. And it's just something that, like a different universe, right? I'm gonna, you know, let's go down the thing here. Then I get this Death card. This Death card saying, yeah, this is a transition that people are making. Still learning about it. We are still learning about it with this Page of Pentacles. We're not sure what it is, but here we are moving forward. Okay, as we let's just say move forward for now, and then we get this Emperor card. I am looking at this Death card and this Cups card. Moving forward, I'm almost getting that there's some type of portal up there, and this is very interesting to me because as I was, you know, is it ETs? Is it you know, the weather? Is it really technically like a UFO abduction? No, I'm getting that it is some type of portal up there that really allows you to just like time travel. Not that they do, okay? Not that I don't know if anybody really makes it through. I don't know. I've never been in a portal or doing any time travel before. But yeah, this is very interesting. Getting these two horses that show like transition, moving forward. I'm thinking that there is some type of portal up there. And you know, it's funny because the clarifying card that I get is Clover. It says good fortune. I don't know about that, but luck is on your side, prosperous relationships, but prosperity consciousness. And that's where my eye is drawn to, this prosperity consciousness. And I'm almost thinking, oh, I would love to know, like almost like the portal kind of looks like this. Or it's like this circle or this, yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, that I'm kind of getting a little bit like I'm kind of getting the chills here. But this prosperity, this consciousness is what is really working up there. So I'm going to say for that Alaska triangle that it is some type of portal. And yeah, but it's not necessarily like an abduction. It's actually like a time travel, like where you're going really, where you're just going through, you know, to another time dimension. Wow, that's wild. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Let's now do the 3-card pick a card. For the 3-card pick a card, I am using the Coffee Cup Oracle cards here. Let me pick 3 cards and then we'll go forward with that. Again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm very happy you're here today. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment. Yeah, wow. Okay, that's like, that last reading is like, ooh. All right. Okay, so here we go. We pick the cards. Okay, so here you go. This is the Coffee Cup Oracle. Card 1, card 2, and card 3. Let's see. I'm sorry you're actually seeing the reflection of me in these cards. Let me hold them down. Card 1, card 2, card 3. 1, 2, or 3. Think about which card resonates with you. Okay. If you picked card 1, you got Pearl, and it says Hidden Gem. I am just thinking that when I saw this card come up, Hidden Gem, that we are all hidden gems. We are all so beautiful inside, this level of divinity that we all have, that we all need to accept, because that is going to help us to move forward and really create the world, create the consciousness that we want to be in. But if you got this card, this also has to deal with, like, if you're doing something creative, like artwork or some type of creative work or any poetry, that, you know what, get your work out there if you possibly can, whether it's through YouTube or it's through like an art gallery, because people are going to really, I'm hearing, really maybe stumble upon you, and you are a hidden gem that needs to get your work out there. So if you do have any creative things going on or thinking about doing something creative, make sure you get out there, because the world needs to hear your message. And you know what? It might take a while, but you will be discovered. And you know, that's the message I'm getting, that you are a hidden gem and you need to get your message, your creativity, you're shining your light. You have to get out there. That's card 1. Card 2, I got shark, and it says survival and power. If you got this card, you may be really feeling like, you know what, there's maybe some sharks circling around you at work or in your personal life, you know what, but you can survive it. Why? Because you have the power. You don't have to worry. There's no point in worrying about anything, because you know what? My future self will be ready to solve my future problems. And so you don't have to worry about anything in the future, because chances are it's not going to happen anyway. If it does happen, my future self will deal with it, right? But again, this shows survival and power of you. This woman here, is it a woman? Yeah, let's say it's a woman here. She's swimming with the sharks. You know what? The sharks aren't biting her or anything, because you know what, she has the strength and the power and the survival techniques to really just walk through there and really be unscathed. So if there's something that you're afraid of, something that you're worried about, know that you have the survival skills, you have the power. If you don't feel you have them, find someone that can help you to get them. So, you know, and just move forward. And card 3, if you got that, is bride, and it says wife and engagement. If you picked card 3, you know what, you may be getting engaged. You may have just gotten engaged. This won't deal with everybody, obviously, who's watching the channel, but you know what, bride, new beginnings, fertility, abundance, beauty, having a celebration. So if you pick this card, again, you know what, wife, engagement, and bride, all those things that encompass those words, you know, all the things that encompass those words, you know what, keep an eye out for them, and know that, again, a celebration may be coming up, an engagement, and, you know, just moving forward, really just almost like in a fairy tale life. So I do wish that for you if that's the case. Okay, those are my messages for today. Don't forget, Mondays are the shorts. 3-card pick-a-card shorts. Tuesday is Supergirl. I channel Supergirl. That's also a short. Today, Wednesday, is the predictions reading. Tomorrow, Thursday, is the energy readings. And Friday are the weekend readings. And Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I will have the 3-card pick-a-card. So that's it. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.